No, we do the trial probably soon. Probably. Girl. What actually happened last night? I can't actually remember what text was. I'll look over body, magazines. Okay. According to Kyoko, it's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
It's turned up into space and it can help you figure everything out. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Like me, Kyoko didn't recall the thought of touching a dead body. She's completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there's still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. And how can you?
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here. Her shoes? I didn't know she wore shoes on, so is that weird?
Correct.
You see yellow powder on her step? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
The powder is clue number 1.
Hey.
Next, a wound in the head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's an incredibly difficult spot. So let me explain.
It would seem...
It would appear she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? There's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both her hands are spotless. Absolutely no trace of blood in either one. So she didn't like grab her head, try and stop it, or...
It's true.
So I've loved examining her body in detail. She didn't like cover her mouth or throwing up either. That's... I wouldn't do it like offer up. I mean, if you're in public, maybe. I believe she's able to say all that just by looking at the body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko would have pulled that off. I can't just see him staying there. Right, other one, because I need to go back. Right. Sorry, I can't remember what it was. Like, Kyoko says, yeah. What's your bottles, then she have magazines? I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving Monokuma bottles. Something new, something new.
Hey.
So, did you figure it out? There's hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find out. Correlation. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so everyone can have their confidence in the outcome. It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I don't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. I mean, we did keep secret about Sakura. Ah, my eye.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma balls that's bothered me. I do an experiment to confirm it. It might help me, right? Guns ball. Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, you did touch your hands. Good. Experiment.
Anyway.
And gather up all the pieces of broken glasses. Try on the ball. Try to get smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's scary to mess with crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's done, so it's fine. An obnoxious Yakuza's not here, so.
So then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try and grab bright wall glass. That Kyoko left the room. We don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I could just do it. To the broom, dustpan, and got work kept on the little broken up pieces. Ah, fucking nose. Just I finish up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then.
Is everything ready? Let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words.
I got a scale from the chem lab. And use it to compare weights. Better weights? What? Piece of glass collected, and one of Monokuma bottles still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's point experiments. That makes sense when we're done.
Listen.
Versus compare the weight of to normal molecule involves. Okay. It's balanced.
In other words,
each molecule and bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. Molecule and figure inside are basically the same. Nothing else can really affect the weight.
so then,
Now we come to the important part. Put the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or pieces I've collected will be lighter. Do my best to get them all. There's a chance I could miss some here and there.
so then,
Okay, let's give it a try. Huh? Break pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
This is a thought. What?
In other words,
Results of experiment and a correlation to each of the bottles. Put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Something like that. I don't actually know. That's odd in a way, isn't it? Either way, the magazine check. Magazine clue guide. Clue. Magazine's upside down. Kakoto ladies. Someone put away that. Something that way by accident.
hey,
It's like catches your eye. It's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. You don't need Bird magazine and flip through it. This is 100 pages. Near the centre of the magazine, a word written in blood letters. This is a Toko. I don't think Toko's a killer though, in a way, because she kills girls. Wait, just like Jack kills the girls though. Could Toko be a killer? Could it be? A die message.
correct.
Hey, over here you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
Is indeed a die message. Someone used their finger to write it. A die message.
however,
But just to be clear, I don't know why I put it back upside down. It's already like that when I found it a little while ago. Made sure I put it back exactly as I found it. For benefits of others who might come along. Looking. Hey, is that? It says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's a killer, right? But Sakura's has a clean, right? Who wrote Toko then? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive
It's settled. She's a killer for sure. Let's get conclusive evidence right. And use it to call her the killer. See why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. I just don't even like this is. So checking my battery there. I'm having a struggle, okay. I mean, a teen that's struggling, but the rest of it's easy, like I can't even split it upside down, like Okot or Coot or Took. It's time! My throat. No?
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Screw you.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
Shut up.
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
No.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Oh yeah.
See you soon.
Don't know I did that, but whatever. It's already time. The mystery of the locked room is already half solved. At this point, whatever happens has to happen at class trial. No matter what happens, I have to make something happen. So the mystery is who and how they get in the building if it's locked. From the inside. Meguro made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then Delta martial artist, a luxury murder mystery.
what?
What the? I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like no matter how awful something is, if you toss something in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find yourself a dead body. It's just plain creepy.
Well,
how about the reverse?
Phew.
But how great something is, you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example,
Hmm.
you have 100 friends.
What?
He's right, doesn't make it seem sad. On Facebook, yeah.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Now then, please go on the elevator. Oh. See you down there. What? What the hell is that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you get so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
Oh, I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What
Yeah,
the
I'm
heck?
completely innocent. How dare you call me murderer? Also, no dub, Toko doesn't, in that anime, she doesn't start it much. I've heard, like, she talks straight. Whatever. Either way, truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there's gonna be no doubt one of us is a culprit. Killer, the one who murdered Sakura. She's stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. To be honest, I'd say Toko is a close one to say. Because I've mentioned Aoi, but she's kind of a stick insect. Kyoko, maybe. Vyakia, possible again actually. But Yashiro, nah. The person there is here. The person is one of us. Let's go in. Come on, let's put an end to this. No way towards the elevator. With each step I took, felt like I was moving further and further away from the goal. I feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. Look how empty it is when we see it. We watched doors close. The felt began its sinister descent. Look, there's only 6 of us. And very lowered, uttering its all too familiar clanking sounds. It felt lower and lower. Suddenly, as always, the ride was over. Doors opened once again. Just 6 of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of depressing.
That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will this class end with one less classmate again? Or will school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are you ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. He knows stands, but still. So the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. This one has a background picture on my phone. Maybe my laptop. Did I get something from Sakura like the skill? Ignore me, please. Also, I'll do a game over screen. What happens if I
Let's
die?
begin with a basic
Very well.
explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Oops.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
But she must have some reason for believing that. So, why do I say quiet for some reason? Let's look, check if Joe one's quiet or not.
Probably sort it out later on.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
I'm quite the ones that quite well
Because you all
concentrating.
had a motive. You hated her.
What? Idiotic.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's
Yeah.
low. That's about as low as you can get.
Someone's create evidence why Hina picked those three specifically. I'm sure she's mentioned it before. Let's see what I'm like now, see if it sounds good or
It
not.
was
Sorry.
one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Fuck.
Shoot.
Oops.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Nope. There's more.
that's wrong.
Sorry.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Trying to disagree with Hina. Let's get the reason to suspect all three of them. Does that mean one of them did it? Oh, straight away something. Oh yeah, it's like for Yashiro. Straight away.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
You're lying.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Yep. Yashiro lied because he had a pocket sweet. And he really, really panicked. Like,
Sakura, there's no
oh
way that one of you
shit,
is
it's
actually...
I don't
sweet in my
deny that I
pockets.
never went.
I didn't...
Yeah, same here. I never...
No, that's
I
wrong.
never. Shut up, you went. No. What? No.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ooh.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was... when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Getting sweaty. But here I say it can't be right. Sakura could have only given candy after the incident in a Sakura only have given a candy after the incident. The reason I know that is who got a candy for Hina. Give me do, that's a problem. That became wrong for Hina to give me. Oh yeah. You have to say that. Alright, sorry, wrong bar. Wrong bar. Sakura the candy?
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was... Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. Got a problem with that?
I was gonna be angry now.
Sudden hostility.
Yeah, it was not his fault, was
Well,
he?
we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
I'm really worried now.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even
Ooh.
have proof!
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Which kind of message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
How'd you know that?
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
How'd you know about that?
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
You lamb bitch.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with a dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the message during the investigation, in which case, it clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Again, love this music! Ooh! Sorry. So, it's upside down, wasn't it, too? Like my life.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Oh no.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
That's them.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Teddy saw the message when he first found her body. At the time, it was a magazine.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Nope. Is that weird?
Shoot!
Hold on.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only
after the investigation had
begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine. When I pulled it out, I saw her final...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you when it was only after I found the
magazine tucked away on the magazine
shelf. When I pulled it out, what's your
problem? What I said makes total sense.
That's your voice. I spit up. Tom Sue.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's
body was discovered.
Hey,
no, that's wrong.
No, you're wrong, fool. It was in the magazine shelf.
When Sakura's body
Crazy
was
head,
found,
bitch.
that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
You were told to get out.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because it does.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us. Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah?
No.
I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
No.
100%! Without
The hands were clean.
He wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Her hands were clean. There's no way Sakura wrote the message. Her hands were clean. You told us before. Wait, really?
The proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Oh, there you go.
I'm at least 30% right.
Triangle. After the button,
occult
boys.
is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Damn it, I keep getting buttons pressed.
The occult is bullcrap.
Fuck off.
Give it a rest.
I can't see the buttons. Fuck you, game. Fuck you for that. I forgot to find us play the game. That was my fault there.
I refuse to give up yet.
I honestly forgot to press the buttons. I'm just got numb a second there. Right, this is so it's X, then circle, not fucking. Stop pressing square, like reload. Reload.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Alright, it's X and triangle.
The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh.
Okay.
Show me the proof.
Oh.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
Yeah.
Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
Bang.
Show me the proof.
Bam.
This should prove it.
Pew, pew, pew. Bam. Stop lying to us.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Exactly. Let's just say she's it with
What?
tongue.
Then
Or a toe, which is very
did write it?
awkward to
Hiro
write
could
in.
very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
What?
he admits it.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
He did? You're meant to kill her?
Please, just let me explain what happened.
Wait, did you really kill her?
I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Oh, I don't believe this. Sorry, but you mind waiting? There's a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. Gonna end it today. Going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
It's really short
She was gonna
case, though.
kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind, before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
Shit.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
But she was standing. Huh.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Huh?
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what was that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What could he have done to write message? Makes sense. Why he didn't use Sakura's finger? It's fair, I didn't think about it. Right, but if you didn't panic.
Shoot!
Right, so. Magazine.
That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Huh.
Really?
What's on hide?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
This second time I actually think Hero's bad guy. Again.
He's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Sorry, I don't know what it could be. There's only one choice. Don't like what has been written. Toko?
I got it!
Why would you like your name being written in
Had
it?
to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hero just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
My brain is just...
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
I haven't reached the end of the case yet. Hero isn't real killer. I have to prove that. I think I pressed the page button by accident there. Sorry about that. Wait, hold on a minute. Pause. Pause! Alright, this is...
I didn't want...
Hey, sorry about that.
Want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Awful, Sakura.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer!
Sakura sure doesn't end there. It proves that the wounds in the head.
I didn't want to, but I grabbed him on a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You can't.
You hit her and you only hit...
Yeah,
just once.
Hit once though. Well, she got it twice though.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those
suspicious
bottles.
about the balls.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Yeah, I get that.
And we
then
found
that was on the
pieces
floor.
of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there
just
were
got
6
shook there.
bottles?
Yes, there must be, right?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common,
Yeah, I
it should
saw
become
that.
clear.
But I don't know shit about chess. It's a question to Monokuma bottles. I feel like it's starting to become clear. The catcher must be the object that Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. I've got peace now. Chess, yes, I like it. The chess pieces. So yeah. Wait, I'm dumb. Chess. Yeah, I knew that already, but I thought it meant like, what is up with the pieces to make sense? Like, because I don't know shit about chess.
Now I
know some
understand.
things, but, you know.
That's it! The chess pieces!
Let me take a quick leak.
Inside each bottle, there was a
just gonna-
Monokuma figure holding a different chess
catch up.
piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was... the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
So the queen is missing.
So we
Queen's
only
back,
have
baby.
evidence for 5 bottles at the scene.
God, that was
while one
quick.
apparently
That's
went missing.
I in my bathroom,
What
like,
does
listening.
chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Huh? What's up, sugar?
Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in.
Sorry.
Maybe then you'll understand.
One of the bottles missing. Fully intact? Nope.
Shoot!
Or is it broken?
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
There's a single broken bottle, and evidence proves that is. Kicking I figured that before.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. but someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
No doubt, second missing. The Guma bowl is involved in this case. It's being used by Sakura's second attacker. Boring thing there as well.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
You're pointing fingers too
Shut
much,
up!
though.
Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Really, did you?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Shows who was hiding in the rec room. Have it, should be almost fine. Right, what's on now? Final strike, plus second thought. Okay. You're gonna have to pay little extra details to fish and blow. Includes proper truth bullet to use the coup de grace. So it's it, same way seasonal stop line. But L1 bell. Okay. Change use to me regardless. So let's go. Halfway through the game now. Halfway through? Shit! Wow. Good luck. Alright, another one of these.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
I'll try, isn't it?
No, no, no! That's enough!
I didn't see it.
I admit nothing. I curse you.
Curse you too.
I curse you.
Curse you too.
It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no!
What's this going on?
That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you.
Alright.
That's enough!
Hanging rooms. Oh shit. No? Yes! No! Damn it. That's annoying as hell. Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh. Okay. But then again died. Okay, so it's the first one we do.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough!
Put it down.
It's a lie!
What?
That's enough!
No, what? Is this one? What? It's free?
I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
What the fuck? It's only two,
That's enough!
Locker room.
This should prove it.
I did that! No! I did that! I pressed that and the game was like, no! I pressed that!
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah!
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Shit.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
The Byakuya.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after she left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back, upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around...
Oh, wow.
There was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
I'm sorry for this. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, don't escape from me. I love you, Sakura.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Huh? Her, you mean?
Haha, guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights!
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
That is a joke. Oh my god.
Sakura was just worried about you.
Oh
and
my god.
You're terrible.
Oh my god.
She's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
Oh my god. No, I can't believe this.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone.
Oof.
Don't drag me into it.
Rude.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So it's good. Keep talking like that. Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh. I thought for sure you'd have some words with Hero on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? I wonder who killed Sakura is. Alright.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Shelf? Sakura problem is... where did Sakura die? It was in chair.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura... I remember waking up...
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre cup, so you smashed her head in with the Monokuma.
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Nope. I'll do it with about bone and some seriously double... oh.
Shoot!
No.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up...
You were taken by surprise when... so you smashed her head in with the...
You got it!
Wait,
And where did the attack... Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No, blood was there.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up...
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
No, man. Well, no, it's so weird.
Shoot!
No.
I was just... and all of a sudden, I remember waking up...
You were taken by surprise, so you smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No. Alright, now I'm confused a bit.
I was just... and all of a sudden, Sakura was... I remember waking up...
You were taken by surprise when... so you smashed her head in with the...
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No. Fuck.
Shoot!
My fault.
I refuse to give up yet.
What?
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, I remember waking up right.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
So you smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack take?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
Shelf. Nope, no one.
Shoot!
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there.
You were taken by surprise when you... So you smashed her head in with the...
You got it!
And where did the attack...
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, that's wrong.
So she was sitting down, she died, that's what I'm thinking about.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
Oh, okay.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's
just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Has to be it. Evidence that proves I was attacked from the magazine shelf. Bloodstain?
I got it!
So being sick though.
Sakura was definitely
attacked
in front of the shelf.
Maybe. Probably poisoned?
The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But...
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Huh. So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
So I took us hiding in lockers because I saw it for myself.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Tina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her, thank you very much. You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And?
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
You sure?
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Give it a reason saying so important. How possible information? Maybe it's the powder. Yes? Bam! Bam! Ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bang.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack...
It's not true.
Then what was it?
There's no other possible cause.
Chance someone else killed her.
What killed Sakura?
And you just slowly something.
I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
I mean it's powder. Has to be.
What was it? If it wasn't from Genocide, then what was it?
There's no other... What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Huh?
Shoot!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill, then what was it?
There's no other... What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
That should be ours though. The powder killer.
What was it that killed up? If it wasn't from
Genocide Jill's attack,
then what was it?
Ignore that.
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Huh? I'm just guessing. I have no idea.
What was it if it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack?
No.
What was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Not include beaving, no. Yeah.
What was it that if it wasn't from Genocide, then what was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Are you ready for this?
What was it if it
wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack?
No fucks.
Shoot!
That's fine.
What was it if it wasn't from Jen? What was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot to her.
Oh, wait, what?
No,
Fuck, what? What?
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Oh, she did, yeah.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
That in
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Same, what?
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
Yeah. I think it's
making me go all weak in the knees!
Gross.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along!
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
True, just much went around, didn't he?
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Huh? It was on the same shelf as all supplies.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't
Oh my god. Stays until it runs out of time. She's actually not make a joke about that.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Oh my chop.
What do you mean?
I mean this.
I can't believe my eyes. Yakuza put a bottle of poison in his lips and... What the fuck is he doing? Shocked at what I've seen. All we could do is stand there and watch. As if we were the most natural thing in the world. Yakuza was calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Bottle from Yakuza and scraped out, build contents with one finger. Touch the finger to the tongue.
It's protein powder.
Oh!
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Well, poison was actually filled with protein powder. I mean, conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? Wait, Hangman's Gambit again? Okay. Protein... Oh shit. I see protein already. What? Wait. Oh, I can't spell protein. I thought it's I-E-M. Oh, protein drink. It's like this game. Price is Right. No, the other one. And guess the words. I'm thinking. What?
Now I understand.
Oh, I failed. I was like, oh, what? I got it. So it's indicated.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
That's clever.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Well, someone tried to poison someone else's poison, it's like, ooh, ooh. That's nice. Are you dead yet? Why? No reason. So it's saying there was a protein drink, wasn't there?
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Shit.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
We need to show us who switched them. It has to be the one we found in front of the shelf. In this?
I got it!
Yeah, the footprints.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Ooh.
It was me.
What? How we killed?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then, Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
They can't split in a way. In a way.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers are? Let's see what sneakers are. Makoto and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These people just be. Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
I'm surprised by this.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
That's clever.
Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
hold it. I'm not convinced.
Huh?
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here, honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Which one?
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Oh, yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
I'm still in the middle. Who's killer?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Me too, because I'm confused.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Okay.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to
Hello,
get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Is that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
2 more times. Till we figure it out, I mean. Have we covered the full truth of this case. Until we get a closing presentation. That was already... Alright. Got 3.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Alright.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Okay, I think it's the...
First I went to... That's when I grabbed the candy, spilled some of the...
I think it is.
Okay, I moved from Section A, and that's where I... Once I was done I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section
I
A.
need to shut up then. Probably shut up, you dumbass. You don't play games. Be
First
quiet.
I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder.
Yeah. Okay, I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the... Once I was done, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back. Then I took the bottle and left the... That's all there is.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
It's...
First I went to That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on...
Yeah.
Okay,
and I moved from Section C to Section A.
Oh, that's why I...
No,
oh, yeah. Oh, me gusta. Me gusta son.
You said you went to get the poison from
It's C and B,
Section
doesn't
C.
it?
And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But
So,
the
you guys want
footprints
A,
left at the
that's still
scene
it.
were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
That's a footprint.
What the... Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, he looks
And
nervous.
the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
Oh, he
It was
looks really
hidden
nervous.
inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Oh!
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Sorry, what?
Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shard light, blue glass, Kyoko found in a bottle of poison. Don't know, broke something the same shade of blue. Was it Monokuma poison? Ball?
Shoot!
Nope, you die now. Nope.
I refuse to give up yet!
Can Byakuya be the killer? That's...
You said you...
No, maybe.
What?
Wow, though. No, she's pointing fingers everywhere now, isn't it? Oh yeah, window. You're a killer. No, it's you. No, it's Toko. No, it's Hiro.
Window from the rec room
no,
door,
it's
right?
Aoi. No, it's Byakuya.
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
Everything. I think glass gets
strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
the bottle of poison being one broke direct window. Hina told us. Section C. I
got it.
That was a guess.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
And everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Right.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
You're getting really angry, Byakuya.
How can you know what I don't know?
Oh. You can't say that it's because there's evidence to prove that someone brought poison protein can to the room after it was opened. Oh. Okay.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
It was unlocked. Some place on the brick window. Try that.
When it comes to that protein can,
There's not a doubt until the
locked. It absolutely was not.
So you're someone plant?
No.
It had to have been in there. It had
to be.
Maybe.
It was in there
before the rec room was unlocked.
Two got blocked again.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until the absolute.
So you're someone plant?
No.
It had to have been in there.
It had to be. It was
In there before the rec room was unlocked.
Nope. Okay. I'm playing
When it
sneezing.
comes to that, there's not a doubt until the
locked room was unlocked.
From here.
It absolutely
was not.
So you're someone plant?
No.
It had to have been in. It had
to be. It was in there
before the rec room was unlocked.
That's wrong.
Shoot!
Oh my god. Right.
When it comes to that protein can,
There's not a doubt in mind until the
locked room was unlocked.
Flip. Let's see that. Sorry, Jay. I'm in the middle.
when it comes to that protein can,
there's not a doubt until the
locked room was unlocked.
It absolutely.
So you're someone plant? No. It had to have been in. It had
to be. It was in there
before the rec room was unlocked.
Took my ass there, aren't I?
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until the. It absolutely wasn't.
So you're someone plant? No. It had to have been. It had
to be.
It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Fuck you.
When it comes to that, there's not a doubt until the. It absolutely was.
So you're someone plant? No. It
had
to have been. It
had to be. It was in there before.
Okay, dude. Yeah.
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. He also found pieces underneath the can.
Oh yeah, there was, wasn't there?
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle.
Did she commit
knowing
suicide?
Exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room.
Oh shit.
All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Ah, my leg.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
Wait till the chem lab and wait to the rec room. Has to been Hina, I think. No? Nope! No, you dubbed that.
I refuse to give up yet!
Alright. Guess what, Hina? Was it Hero? No, wait, Sakura? Okay.
I got it!
Huh.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
It's like Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me evidence I need. I'll hit Hina a bit. Let's make her accept it. Again? I'll only save after this thing, end it.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking!
Maybe?
You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Love you too.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
What?
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
I got proof! I'll give 21 minutes. If you guys into a presentation, I'm up opening
Hina,
thingy.
Did you
Close
know
statement.
that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After
It was me! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Look at Sakura, connection with Sakura and the poison. It's a mystery in a locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Did Sakura... I think it's Sakura killed herself. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Will it let me do it? Is this right? Yeah.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What?
The
killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was
So
suicide?
that means that's what happens.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course. Sakura wanted to create a locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation. didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
Ouch.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Get the others. Just through.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
Then,
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. You have to end this properly.
Oh god, can I save this? Yeah. Oh, claims. Oh god. Well. Let's do this and then save. Okay, so back to. Actually, he's in there. He came in. What? Ben took his name there. Yep, sorry, concentrate. Let's go in and out. Let's go out. We should actually put it back upside down now. There's our Jack. For some reason. Attacks. There's some pain. She grabs a bottle. She's a bottle. Picks it up. Was confused. She. Yes?
The killer is you!
I think.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Because that's right.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
No, that's the wrong one. It's the other one. Is it the other one? Yeah, she is. So, okay, it's my dumbass. My dumbass.
Here's exactly what happened. But
there we go. To be fair, it went.
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Understandable, by the way. Yes, it was the right one.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out.
Back. Good.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
Good.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
I'm so bloody fat.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
But saying, like, the queen's actually, you know.
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Poison.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from
the
chem
she
lab.
killed herself in a way. In a way, I'm saying.
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Easy to do, sir.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
What a made a mistake, didn't I? Owie, I'm sorry.
Was you, Hina.
Hina. Owie, I'm sorry. Owie, I'm so sorry.
That's the full truth of
God,
the case.
I think we have to continue to punishment. I'm so sorry.
Took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Yeah, I did bad in this one, so... The ending was really good though, that ending was amazing, that did. A bird! Nice.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Do you wonder what if actually is the wrong one? What if Celeste actually is Celeste? What if Aoi is actually innocent? That would shock the shit out of me. And Sakura's actually the killer. Oh shit! Told ya. Wait, how? What? Does it still count then?
Okay.
Yep, that's right. One who got Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
That's all truth, huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because... exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why...
You should have been the one to die!
Ooh.
What?
You don't mean... You're gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious debts.
What is this?
You still don't understand. Let me explain. Do you realise how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I do my own hand. That's... I found on the ground, in front of a rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. I was right before Genocide Jack attacked me. Sakura got man stood out at the nurse's office. Ran out after hand. Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. Now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me. My friends were going to kill each other. It is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everyone. I think it was her fault. Which is why we went. She wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. That she asked to meet with them.
Huh?
You wanted to meet with those there? Can't, don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just wanted to talk to them.
What?
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. They're going up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. Damn, I feel really sad. She clearly believed. She clearly believed all of us. You talked to her, you understood. She's just a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
Yet... Shouted all of her feelings, having the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She couldn't believe in you. I wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was? Seeing you out like that? That's what a suicide note means. So instead of just wanting to keep killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
So I thought you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Hina, you came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? I can't speak now. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Can I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. Went to Chemlab to get protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realised. So that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I'm back in his rec room as far as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please. Open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. She got out. She bled. Someone hurt her. She felt it. It's weakness. That's normal. And yet...
Why?
You blamed her. I've tried to protect her. I suffered for it. And I just added to the weight she had to carry. I realised it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. But she took her corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And why have you tried to lead us astray? Find out next time. Bye for now.